Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is El Diablo Mexicano. So it's been quite a while since I've been able to post some Killing Floor 2 news, and that's because there hasn't been any Killing Floor 2 news. So I wanted to come back out of hibernation and say that I just got some new stuff. Tripwire's released some things, so I want to cover them really quickly. And I also want to say thank you guys for staying subscribed to me, because ultimately, even though I'd love to be posting more videos, life is kind of doing its own thing at this moment, and so work is going hella crazy. So I won't be able to post as much as I'd like to. However, in the next 3 weeks, so come around middle of May, I'll be able to have a lot more free time, and I'll be able to take a break from work. So stick with me. I'm still trying to pump as much content as I can, but again, it's just work is super fucking crazy. But anyways, let's cover what I want to talk about today. So the very first thing I want to be covering in today's video is about the new prestige system. So yes, prestige is going to be finally introduced, because I know there's been some comments in the community. A lot of people have been asking for a prestige system. They've all reached a max level perk for 25, and now they want to reset their progress and kind of have benefits and go through it again. Because at this point, if you reach 25, there's not really a whole lot more to do in the game, and unless you just want to kill zeds, which is what I like doing. But some people, that doesn't really go for them. They want to do more than just kill zeds. So think of something kind of like Call of Duty system. That to me, that was the very first game that I played when it was Prestige was introduced. So it's gonna be something similar to that, where when you max out your perk levels, so like SWATs, whatever it is, you'll get to 25, then you'll do Prestige, and you'll get reset all the way back to level 0, and then you go from there to level up your perks back up. Now, it does have some nice benefits. So for the ones that Tripwire has listed so far is, if you do go the Prestige route and reset your perks, you'll get faster leveling for that class, and so you'll be able to level up quicker. So it's not like a huge grind just to get all the way back to 25. It'll be a little faster. Your perk icon will change. I don't know how much it will change, but it'll have a different perk emblem, and so when people see you, they're like, he must prestige, because your SWAT does not look the same as the vanilla SWAT. Other things will happen. You'll get additional vault cash, so that's always nice, because I personally like the vault items. I like the skins. I like the costumes. So it'll give you some more vault dash for that. And the last thing is that, which I think that's pretty cool, you'll get a knife perk. So like your knife, not a perk, my bad. You'll get a knife skin. So you'll get a little skin for your knife, and it'll be like a nice red, flashy red and black skin, and it'll say, hey, I prestige. And so you get a little skin to go with that. My favorite thing about what Killing Floor 2, my favorite thing about what Tripwire is doing this route, is that there's going to be no gameplay changes for those who choose not to prestige. And I like that a lot, because there have been people saying we want additional perks, we want to deal more damage, but then I think it'll just make the game be very broken, especially in terms of their versus multiplayer mode. It'll suck as these zeds to play against someone who's done 5 or 6 prestige SWAT and does 200% extra damage, because you're just going to get destroyed every single fucking time. So I like that Tripwire is saying nope, no gameplay changes, it's just going to make you look cool and flashy. I really, really enjoy that round, like how it's going. Later on down the road, I hope they add more weapons that can get the prestige skin. So at this point, it's just a knife, from my understanding. So it'd be cool if I could slowly go up to the guns. But so after the knife, you get your varmint rifle, then you get the bullpup, and just go from up the list. Because then I think it'd be really cool. Because I think they have a lot of potential to get some really cool skins going on. So that's kind of what I'm hoping that they do with it. We'll have to see for now. The prestige system sounds like it's going to be in a very basic stage at this moment. So I'm really hoping that they can do a lot of cool stuff with this. And so I'm hoping that they expand on this and go a little more in depth with it. The second part of my video that I want to be talking about is regards to your trader. And so there's going to be some quite changes. And I personally don't know how I feel about this change. I don't really like it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't really like it. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it. I'm kind of iffy. I just don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I'm leaning more towards to not enjoying what they're doing with this. If you have not seen it already, basically what Tripwire is planning on doing is they want to add more variety to their guns. They want to let people play how they want to play. So that means the people who like the very beginning weapons, so if I love my MP7 for my SWAT class or the MP5, they want you to be able to upgrade your weapons. They want you to be able to go to the trader, and instead of buying the Chris, they want you to be able to just upgrade them. And so this means it'll give you an increase of damage, and it'll give you an increase in weight for some of your guns. But this also means that a lot of the guns will be nerfed. This means that a lot of our bigger guns, like the Railgun, the M14, a lot of these guns are going to get a huge decrease in damage and have them drop from their tier 4 spots down to tier 3. And again, I don't know how I feel about this. To me, Killing Floor is all about the bigger guns and upgrading and moving up the rail. Do I think it'd be cool to destroy a Scrake with your grenade pistol as demolition? Yes, I absolutely do. However, at the same time, I don't know how I feel about this. I see a lot of potential for this. I think it sounds really cool. It sounds awesome because I can just wreck things with my Winchester. But part of the reason why I like Killing Floor is because I love using like my railgun. I also love using my M14. So I don't quite know how I feel about this one quite yet. So far this is the only piece of news that I'm unsure about. Again, I'm slightly leaning towards not enjoying it and not being that excited for it. But overall, I think Tripwire, they just need to play this carefully in order for it to be successful. And finally, the last piece of news that everyone's waiting for. We just got news that Tripwire is going to be indeed releasing another character. This is super exciting because the last character we just got was D.A.R., and before that I believe it was Ray Higgins, and so we've had quite a big gap between characters, and that's been something a lot of people have been asking for, is more playable characters, because we've seen these same people over and over again, so it'll be nice to expand on that, get some new people and some fresh new faces in. And so, for the new update, Tripwire is going to be releasing my favorite character of all time, Mrs. Foster. Much like her husband, Mr. Foster, and the robot D.A.R., Mrs. Foster originated from the first Killing Floor. Now, she's my personal favorite character. I loved everything about her, loved her design. I loved playing as Mrs. Foster back in the day. What's super cool is that she was one of the characters that you could unlock through achievements, or you could buy her as a DLC. If you wanted her steampunk gear, you had to complete so many different achievements during the Summer Sideshow event, and then boom, you'd have a Mrs. Foster. Or if you wanted to, you could also buy her vanilla, her business attire look, and that was like $5 if I remember correctly. But that was also kind of cool because this is going to be the character that we have in Killing Floor 2. Mrs. Foster is going to be wearing her dress pants, her dress shirt, and then her gas mask. And this is going to be the character that we're going to be seeing running around in Killing Floor 2. Before I start wrapping up this video, I do want to go over some more background information on Mrs. Foster. So coincidentally, she came out during one of my favorite maps, which was Steamland. This was another carnival themed map because it came out alongside one of these Summer Sideshow events. And I gotta say, this map is my favorite Killing Floor map to date. I loved it. Like, all the Killing Floor 2 maps, I love them. Steamland takes the cake. I absolutely love this map. I love the way it looks. I love its environment. I love the way it felt. I love everything about this map. And so, some of the things I'm like hoping for, and now other people have been speculating, is that there's going to be a steampunk map coming out in, like, as a throwback to this map in particular, because Mrs. Foster was released during this map, and we have a Mrs. Foster coming back in Killing Floor 2. So I'm not 100% sure how that's, like, I don't know if for sure it's going to happen, but I gotta say that'd be super fucking cool to see. Because I love this map, and it'd be really cool to see another steampunk map coming to the second game. And to finish everything up with Mrs. Foster, I do want to talk about the controversy that's already going on with her. If you remember, the very first Killing Floor game had a shit ton of DLC. You could buy weapons, you could buy characters. There's a lot of DLC in the very first game. Unfortunately, Mrs. Foster is going to be a paid DLC content in the second game. That's because Tripwire hired Claudia Black to voice her. And so Claudia Black is she's a relatively well-known voice actress in like anime and video games. And so Tripwire is hiring her talent to voice Mrs. Foster and have a fully voiced character, which is going to be super, super cool. Now, personally, I don't mind this because Mrs. Foster is only a cosmetic. She's only for looks. It's not like playing one character makes you better in one perk than the others. Again, they all play the same. Nothing changes with the characters, so I don't mind paying for cosmetics. Now, if Tripwire decided that they wanted to make you pay for all the future weapons, then it'd start to piss me off. Like this past update, when we had the MAC-10, the Husk cannon, it would piss me off if we had to pay for those 3 guns in order to play them. That would make me upset. And because of this, now the community is kind of split in two. On one side, it's, yes, we don't mind paying for Mrs. Foster. It's fine. It's just cosmetics. Now, there's the other side. I completely get where they're coming from. And their argument is that because we're pumping money into Tripwire with, like, all their USB and the crates, like, we're pumping money into them through the Zed economy, so they shouldn't have to make her a paid DLC character. And again, I completely get where they're coming from. So now there's two sides. But now this leads to, I want to know what you guys think about this. I want to see what you guys think about this situation in general. So on one side, we have Mrs. Foster, who's going to be a paid, fully voiced DLC character, and a lot of people want that. Or do you want to see more free characters like D.A.R. or Commando Chicken? Because D.A.R. wasn't very hard to voice from what Tripwire is saying, and so D.A.R. was a free character. Or, like, unfortunately with Commando Chicken, he was just a costume and just popped up very, very quickly in the second game. So what would you guys like to see more of? I'll be putting up a poll right here. So again, would you rather see fully voiced characters like Mrs. Foster, or would you rather see more free characters and costumes like Commando Chicken and D.A.R.? And the last thing I want to talk about is regarding achievements. If you're an achievement whore like me, or you just happen to notice that Killing Floor had a boost, like a jump in achievements, that's because there were. The 10 new achievements were just added. Now, I gotta admit, if you're looking at it right now, this is what you're gonna see. However, if you jumped on earlier, about a day and a half ago, you would have been actually able to see what the achievements were. And so we're gonna have, it's gonna be 2 new maps, and all 10 of the achievements are the basic achievements that we've come to know and love, of the beat so map on normal, hard, suicidal, hell on earth, and then the collectibles for that map. So we have 2 new maps coming out. And again, I wish I could have shown you, like, I was a little too late, but I wish I could have shown you what the achievements looks like. The first, one of them had a picture of, like, the Earth, and the other one was a picture of an airship. And so kind of think of, like, the airships that fly around on Steam Land in the very first Killing Floor. That's what the achievements looked like. And then I'll say the collectibles for each of one of them as well. Now, again, it looks like someone messed up in Tripwire, because it does look like they've released the achievements a little too early, because now they've been stripped down, and this is what we have. The generic Title 218 all the way up to Title 222 locked achievements. So unfortunately, I can't show you the pictures, but I am happy to announce that we do have 2 maps coming on. When I was poking around on the Steam community page, it does look like people have an idea what these maps are going to be. One of them is going to be called Airship, and the other one's possibly going to be called Lockdown, based off the community map Lockdown. So I'll be posting the links to the Steam discussion on my comment. Like, I'll be posting the link to the Steam comments thread in my description below. So I'll be making sure to do that. But unfortunately, there's not much else I can do. Just be excited that we do have some more maps coming our way as well. And finally, the very last thing I want to cover in today's video is regarding another vote that Tripwire is putting out. So this is now the 3rd vote. In the very first one, we had the MAC 10 SMG, and that was just released in this past update. The second vote, the winner actually went to the AMR, the M99 AMR sniper rifle. And so that's going to be, think of like another railgun. It's going to be a big Zed killer. It's going to be good for the later game and for bosses. But now we have the 3rd one. In this 3rd one, we have a couple recurring guns that we've seen. Like, so we have the Fire Axe, which was in the past couple votes, and the M32 grenade launcher. Both those were in the past couple votes, and they still have not won yet. While I would love to vote for the M32 grenade launcher in this one, we just had a couple of updates for the demolitions class, so I'm a little hesitant in asking for the M32 grenade launcher. The other ones, though, are the FN Fall, which was one of my favorite guns, the Mark 23 pistol, which unfortunately I don't remember that much in the first Killing Floor, so I'll have to look into that. And then the last one is going to be the Tommy gun, the Thompson SMG. Now, this one's hard for me because I love the Fall and love the Tommy gun in the first Killing Floor. Actually, those 2 guns were in my, those were some of my starting gear. I'd end up picking, I want to say it was the Fall and the Scar to have together. But when I was starting to build up cash, I would usually go with the Tommy gun, then pick up the Fall, then sell the Tommy later on. So I really like those 2 guns, and I'm kind of excited to see them coming in. Yet for this vote, I think my vote is going to go for the Fall, the FN Fall in this case. And so I want to know what you guys are voting for. So please let me know in the comments below which weapon you'll be voting for and which one has your love and support. And also, again, like I said, I'll be putting this in this. I'll put this link in the description below, because I think it's important that we kind of voice what we want in this game. Just because I want the FN Fall, that doesn't mean that everyone wants that gun. And so I want to give everyone an opportunity to vote for what they want to have. But again, I'm also curious. So I already submitted my vote. So you tell me in the comments below, which gun do you want to see coming back in Killing Floor 2? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As a quick recap of everything that's going on, we have the new Prestige mode coming out. We have upgradable weapons. We also have the 10 achievements for 2 new maps. And finally, we have the poll going around to see which weapon we want to return to Killing Floor 2. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you didn't, give it a dislike and let me know in the comments why you didn't like it. Other than that, if you have not done so already, please, by all means, subscribe to me. I need all the love and support I can get. And as a final, before I say goodbye, I want to say again, thank you guys for all your support. I know I haven't been giving much content, but again, that's because I've been busy with work, so I do appreciate for those of you who decided to stick around. As quick little updates on me, I am planning on doing another random moments video. Those are some of my favorite videos to do, and this one's gonna be another PUBG one. And finally, I want to do a little review on the last update. I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on like the husk cannon, talk about endless mode, what I think about it, what I think of DieSector and Power Core. I want to do a little quick review on that. It's a little late, but I do want to give you guys my opinion on and see what you guys think, so we can have little discussions on what we liked and what we disliked about, and see what we agree and what we disagree on. Other than that, everyone, if you excuse me, I'm going to go back to Killing Floor 1 to go back to Steamland with my favorite character, Mrs. Foster. Take it easy, guys.